Ever get stuck in small talk that goes nowhere? You're nodding along, but your mind is miles away. We've all been there. But here's the good news. Meaningful conversation is a skill you can learn. In this video, I'm sharing 7 practical tips to help you move past the small talk and make every conversation count. Let's get started. All right, let's dive right in. First up, ditch the one-word answer questions. These are the conversation killers, the enthusiasm dampeners. We want to avoid those at all costs. Closed-ended questions, the ones that can be answered with a simple yes or no, like, did you have a good weekend? They kill conversations faster than you can say awkward silence. You get a, yeah, it was good, maybe a grunt of acknowledgement, and then silence. The conversational ball drops, and nobody knows where to go next. It's a dead end. The secret to avoiding this conversational black hole. Open-ended questions. These are the keys to unlocking engaging dialogue. Start with the power words, what, how, why. These words invite explanation and detail, or the ever-reliable, tell me about. It's an invitation to share. Instead of the conversation stopping, did you have a good weekend? Which elicits a simple yes or no, ask, what was the best part of your weekend? Or how did you spend your weekend? Suddenly, you're inviting stories, anecdotes, and genuine sharing, not just status updates or perfunctory responses. This small tweak, this simple shift in questioning makes a massive difference in the quality of your interactions. You get real answers, thoughtful responses, not just polite grunts or obligatory affirmations. If someone mentions they tried a new recipe and seems excited about it, ask what it was, what inspired them to try it, or how it turned out. Show genuine interest. You're co-creating a conversation, building upon each other's thoughts and experiences, not just exchanging information like robots programmed to deliver preset responses. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a detective of the human soul, an explorer of inner worlds. Use open-ended questions as your tools to unlock deeper conversations and uncover hidden treasures of personality. Banish the did-yous, the have-yous, and embrace the whats and hows. Let curiosity be your guide. It's the first and arguably most important step to turning mundane small talk into something truly meaningful and memorable. Try it out in your next conversation, and watch your interactions transform before your very eyes. You'll be genuinely surprised and delighted by how much more you learn about the people around you. And perhaps even more importantly, how much more fun and rewarding talking becomes for everyone involved. Tip 2. Active listening. It's a skill that can transform your interactions and deepen your relationships. Sounds obvious, but most of us don't do it. We're often thinking about what we want to say next instead of truly absorbing what the other person is communicating. Are you really listening or just waiting for your turn to talk? Are you formulating your response while they're still speaking? We often treat conversations like debates, not chances to connect. Conversations should be a bridge, not a battleground. Active listening means being fully present. No inner monologue, no distractions. Put your phone away, clear your mind, and focus solely on the person in front of you. Listen to their words, tone, and body language. Pay attention to the subtle cues that reveal their true feelings. Make the other person feel like they're the most important person in the world. Give them your undivided attention. Reflect back what you're hearing, not by parroting, but by summarizing the emotion or message. Show them you understand. If a friend says, "My boss was impossible today and I'm drained," don't jump in with advice or your own story. Resist the urge to one-up them or offer solutions immediately. Instead say, "Wow, sounds like you had a tough day. Want to talk more about it?" This validates their feelings and gives them space to open up. It creates a safe and supportive environment. Reflecting and validating builds trust and rapport instantly. It shows you care and that you're truly present. You don't have to fix their problem. Just be there with them. Your presence and support are often enough. In a noisy world, your focused attention is a rare gift. It's a powerful way to show someone you value them. Practice active listening and watch your relationships deepen. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. It's not about having the perfect response. It's about making someone feel truly heard. That's the key to meaningful connection. That's what real connection is all about. It's about being present, listening deeply, and valuing the other person's experience. Next, share to relate, not to hijack. It's a subtle but crucial distinction in how we interact with others. When someone's excitedly telling a story, pouring their heart out, don't immediately jump in with your own. Resist the urge to one-up them or change the subject. If your friend's gushing about their Italy trip, sharing all the amazing details, don't cut in with your travel tales, especially if they're about a better or more authentic experience. That can feel invalidating. Instead, listen and validate. Show genuine interest in what they're saying. That sounds incredible. I can just imagine how amazing that pasta was. What was your favorite part of the meal? Celebrate their joy before sharing your own experience. Let them have their moment. If you want to add your story, ask, be mindful and considerate. When you're done, I'd love to share a memory if you're up for it. This shows you respect their space and time. This keeps the focus on them where it belongs in that moment, and turns sharing into a bridge, a way to connect and build rapport, not a competition for attention. Sharing your story becomes an offering, a gift of connection, not a demand for attention, a grab for the spotlight. It's the difference between a dismissive, "me too, let me tell you about my experience," and an engaging, "that sounds amazing, tell me more." That's how you build real connection, the kind that lasts and deepens over time. Let their story shine before you add yours. Give them the space to express themselves fully. It's about timing, knowing when to listen and when to share, empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of another, and respect. Valuing the other person's experience and perspective. Make your experiences a way to relate, to find common ground and build bridges, not to steal the spotlight, to overshadow or diminish their experience. You'll find conversations become more meaningful, more enriching, and less like a contest, a battle for who can tell the best story. Try it and notice the difference in how people respond. You might be surprised by the positive shift in your interactions. Connection grows when you make space for others. It's a simple act of kindness that can have a profound impact. Tip 4. Embrace the pause. Silence in conversation isn't awkward, it's powerful. We're conditioned to fill every gap, but silence gives space for deeper thought. When there's a lull, don't panic or rush to fill it. Let the conversation breathe. After someone shares something meaningful, pause. That moment says, "I'm taking in what you said." It shows respect and gives weight to their words. Sometimes the most profound things are said after a pause. Next time there's silence, count to 3 in your head. Stay present, keep open body language, and let the moment settle. You'll be surprised what comes up when you allow space. Silence is a conversational superpower. It signals confidence and depth. Don't fear the quiet. Use it. The best connections often happen in the spaces between words. Let the conversation breathe and see what unfolds. The engine of great conversation? Genuine curiosity. Don't fake interest. Decide to be truly curious about the person in front of you. Everyone has a passion or a story. Your job is to find it. Ask follow-up questions that dig deeper. If someone mentions pottery, don't just say, "Cool." Ask, "What got you into that?" Or, "What do you love making most?" These questions invite stories and reveal passions. Curiosity makes people feel valued and interesting. Assume everyone has a secret, amazing story. Make it your mission to hear it. Ask why and how to go beyond small talk. When someone lights up about a topic, follow that spark. Let your curiosity guide you into deeper waters. The more curious you are, the more memorable your conversations become. People remember how you made them feel. Curiosity makes them feel seen. Be a curiosity monster and watch your connections grow. Ready to level up? Get a little vulnerable. Vulnerability isn't about oversharing, it's about being real. Drop the mask of perfection and let people see the real you. Share a genuine feeling or small struggle. When someone admits they're nervous or lost, you feel closer to them, not further away. Vulnerability is a trust builder. It invites others to be real too. Start small. If you're nervous at a party, say so. "Honestly, I get a little nervous in big groups, but I'm warming up." That honesty is relatable and creates instant connection. You don't have to be perfect, just present and real. Admitting you don't know something or that you're struggling is a sign of strength. It's the fastest way to build trust. Vulnerability turns acquaintances into friends. Don't be afraid to show your human side. It's how you move beyond surface-level talk. Real connection starts with a little bit of courage. Last tip, put your phone away. Not just face down, but out of sight. Even a phone on the table divides your attention and signals you're not fully present. Studies show the mere presence of a phone lowers connection and empathy. It keeps conversations shallow because you're always ready to be interrupted. When someone's phone lights up, even if they don't check it, the connection breaks. So before you start talking, put your phone away. If you're expecting an urgent call, let them know. Otherwise, give your full attention. This small act says, you matter. This conversation matters. It creates a distraction-free bubble for real connection. All the other tips, listening, curiosity, vulnerability, work best when you're truly present. Don't let your phone be a third wheel. Cut the digital leash and be here now. It's one of the most respectful things you can do. Try it and notice how much deeper your conversations go. Presence is the ultimate gift. There you have it. 7 simple changes for deeper connections. We covered asking better questions, listening, sharing without hijacking, embracing silence, being curious, getting vulnerable, and ditching the phone. None of this is rocket science, but together it's a powerful toolkit. Remember, it's a skill. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Every conversation is a chance to get better. Don't aim for flawless. Just be a little more open, curious, and present each time. Pick one tip and try it in your next conversation. You'll see the impact on your relationships and your own sense of connection. Now go have a conversation that matters. If this video resonated with you, give it a like. It helps more people discover these insights. Share it with someone who could use a thoughtful reminder. And if you're into self-empowerment and healthy relationships, be sure to subscribe for more. Watch the video popping up now, or explore the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.